everybody, this is Go Geronimo. Today I'm going to be doing another review on something that I think is kind of cool. It's called the Work Shark. It's basically a sharpener. It's like a sanding belt, handheld though, right? So this thing actually is supposed to sharpen many things. Let's see what it does. It does kitchen knives, pocket and hunting knives, fillet knives, axe, hatchets, and etc. Lawnmower blades and garden tools, serrated knives, scissors. This can do it, alright? It's very interesting. It has 50-degree angle knives, 65-degree for scissors, and then a serrated knife area. And it's actually got some other ones. We've got the 25-degree on here. You can actually buy different plates to put on here to sharpen other things, okay? So that is pretty cool. And it's basically, like I said earlier, it's just a handheld sander. It comes with these bracelets. Just kidding. They're actually sanding belts. I don't know how long they are. I did not find anywhere on the paperwork. Probably because they want you to buy from them. You know what I'm saying? It's a business. But we're going to put this thing through its paces. Oh, another thing that it does is pretty interesting. I'm not really sure how it... There you go. Do that. You take off this plate here. I don't want to take off the plate right now. I'll do it later. But you can actually take off this plate, and then it's basically, you can use it as a grinder on things. You can polish tubing, metal tubing, or whatever, and you also sharpen the lawnmower blades like that and the axe handles. Okay, but we'll get into that. For some reason it's messing with my light there, which is crazy. Alright, so this is the first time I'm actually using this, so you get to have the newcomer's point of view on this thing. We've got a 50-degree knife, which in this manual says that is for outdoor knives. Okay, so in the description it says to hold it straight up and down like this and pull through. And it's supposed to be for the red, which is what's on there. That's the 220 sandpaper. You're supposed to do that 10 times. And then you're going to do that on both sides. And then purple. We'll put purple on, which is the very fine 6000, I think. Yes, the 6000 grit to finish it off. This also comes with what I believe is 80 grits. Yeah, 80 grits for grinding. We'll show that too. But let's go ahead and turn this sucker on and see how it do. Alright, so one thing I'm noticing, if you have any significant little edge right in this area, when you try to place this in here, in that V or the knife guide, it won't fit in there correctly. Okay, so what happens is, see, I try to correct it a little bit just by kind of pushing it in further, but I couldn't get it quite right. This is actually where the sharpening starts. Well, I don't want it all the way up front there. I want it all the way back. So that's kind of an issue for me. Let's go ahead and do this other side as well. Same here. You can tell. So I'll try to shove it in a little bit further to see if I can get the knife's edge to start a little bit further back. But it really didn't. It kind of started here, skipped off, came here, and then continued on the rest of the way. Doesn't really even feel that sharp at the moment, so maybe I need to pass it through a couple more times. However, I don't like how it does that, so no appreciato. Okay, the edge. It's feeling kind of sharp. It is taking hair off, but not that great. See what happens when we interchange this belt. Seems simple enough. Alright, that was actually pretty simple to change. But there's something not right. Oh wait, okay. There we go. Got the new wheel on. Alright. So this is where I got it right now. And once again, you can tell in this area where it's not getting in far enough. Plus you can see these grooves where it's starting to cut into that area. So let's see how sharp it is. Well, it's taking the hair off. So that aspect is kind of cool. It is sharpening it pretty nice and taking not very much work at all. The belt is easy to change. That's also nice. Let's see what else it can do. Next thing I want to do is try and sharpen these scissors. On this thing here, it's got a spot right here that says scissors. So we're going to put it in that slot. But these are actually not dull, so I'm going to cut this, which is some galvanized wire here. Obviously you're not supposed to use these scissors for this. We're going to dull the crap out of it. And I don't know if you can appreciate the dullness. I can see it on my end, but there's this worn out spot on both of these angles here. And now I'm going to sharpen it with this. Alright, so the problem I'm seeing here is the same thing that I had with the knife. It doesn't get far enough back to really sharpen the whole length of this blade. When you are inserting it in and you pull it through, there's about this much still sticking out. It sharpens it really nice, and that was the 200, and you would polish it off with the 6000, but I'm not even going to do that this time. We've already seen that on the knife. I don't think it's important. But Does it sharpen it? Yes. Does it sharpen it how much I'd like it to? No. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is this steak knife. For a steak knife, of course, it's pretty much already dull. And this is the only serrated type knife I have, because I'm just not really a fan of serrated knives. But I'm going to sharpen this one anyways. Now to do that, you're supposed to use this area on the side here, because you're only supposed to sharpen the one side that's not serrated. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, I'm happy with that. That did a great job. It has another it's got a bevel on this side, but it doesn't have the serrations on this side. It does on this side. So I was able to just kind of tilt it a little bit more and get that. Yeah, I'm scared to even touch it. It is actually pretty sharp right now. And so that does well, and you can get it all the way to the length of the blade because there's nothing stopping it. Next we'll go ahead and try the grinding from this. Say if you want to polish a piece of metal tubing or something like that, or even a lawnmower blade, we'll do that. After you got the bolts to let go of the guide here, which I think is plastic pretty much. Yeah, it's plastic. Looks metal, but it's plastic. And then I go ahead and take this dealie and push the whole thing forward till it locks right there. Alright. This is a scrap piece of lawnmower blade, but it'll work for the, not work, but it'll work for this demonstration. We've got this edge right here still left, and I'm going to clamp this down and see if we can get that a little bit sharper. Alright, so now we just turn it on, and it says just to lay it on there and sharpen it. Actually, let's go ahead and use this 80 grit. So that was quite impressive, actually. I'm really pleased with its ability to sharpen lawnmower blades. One last thing I wanted to share with you guys, and I don't know if it's my electrical system or not, but I've used a lot of big equipment and this socket right here. But when I use this little handheld thing, look, watch what it does. I didn't do it that time. There it goes. It starts to make my lights flicker. So, and I'm no electronics expert or anything like that, but it seems to me that it's kind of pulling a lot of energy from such a little device. Might not be true. Leave a comment if you want. But I don't think it's supposed to make my lights flicker. The end of this, it actually does axes and stuff like that too. Basically anything with an edge, it can sharpen. And the 80 grit on that lawnmower was really impressive. The serrated edge ability is pretty impressive. The only thing I did not like, because it actually impressively puts an edge on a blade as well. I was doing the knife, the 50-degree knife for hunting knives. This one does not do the kitchen knife one, and I think is a 40-degree. It sharpened really well. You saw that. However, it doesn't go back far enough if you have any kind of a bolster that gets in the way. And the scissors as well, it won't sharpen all the way back. So that's the only real issue I see, other than my light flickering when I use it. It's cool. Nice toy if you have the money. But I wouldn't purchase it just for lawnmowers and for serrated blades myself. So that's my opinion. Take it or leave it. It does the trick how it says it would. However, it does not have the ability to sharpen all the way back on a lot of the knives that I have. So, cool little device, but I don't think is necessary. Thanks for watching Go Geronimo. Click like, subscribe, share my videos with others. Thanks for watching.